Kung Fu Panda 4 sucked. Whoa, wait. Before you go sprint into the comments to say, it was entertaining. Shut up, loser. Or, I enjoyed it. I bet you're single. Well, I mean, you would be right on that last part. But that's beside the point. Yes, I agree with you that it is a good, entertaining story for children or families. It might also be seen as good compared to the general movie. However, a Kung Fu Panda sequel cannot be treated as just any movie. These films have a reputation to uphold. If you've seen any of the first three movies, you know what I'm talking about, as it's easily in the top 6.5 trilogies all time. While many say the third movie fell short of the standards the first two set, it still was a very solid film as a whole. It still had an intimidating and well-developed villain in Kai by showing his power scale and fear factor early on. The directors accomplished this by having Kai beat well-established characters such as Oogway and members of the Furious Five. And it's not just the fact that they beat powerful characters. They do it early on, so their menacing presence is felt throughout the film. Tell me you didn't feel chills whenever you heard Kai coming with his green push-pop looking things. Also, Kai's theme song. It's amazing. It goes something like, doo 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 doo, doo doo doo. Just imagine that, but like a little less cool. The second movie's villain, Shen, is shown with formidable fighting skills as he goes toe-to-toe with Master Ox and Croc, while also killing Master Rhino due to his ominous weapon. This, along with his wolf army, serves as a formidable opponent. And finally, Tai Lung, who needs no introduction. But his prison escape scene was all that was needed to terrify anyone. And here's where the most recent film falls short. The chameleon does two things that are supposed to set her up as the big bad. She strikes fear into some random workers because she posed as Tai Lung. And she kicked a guy down a flight of stairs. And to be fair, they were some Jade Palace looking stairs. But they are still just stairs! And everyone fears her for it. It makes no sense to me that everyone fears her because she kicks some people downstairs, dude. It doesn't make any sense. She even threatens someone later in the film with, "Don't make me kick you down the stairs again." Like, what the heck? Well, they also talk a lot about how she's menacing, but never show anything to back that up. So the talk does nothing for the audience. How can a villain be taken seriously when kicking someone downstairs is her biggest feat in the first majority of the film? Another big problem I have is the chameleon. What kind of a Disney Channel flipping crap name is that, dude? If Tai Lung was named the Snow Leopard, it would make him so much less cool. At that point, it's just lazy writing. You can't be named the animal you are. Okay, I already hear the people screaming at me that Master Rhino, Ox, and Croc are all just named the animal that they are. But that is completely different, as they are side characters. Well, I guess Monkey is just named Monkey. But that's different. It just is. Okay, it works for some reason. Leave me alone. Plus, they add a "the" in front of Chameleon to make her sound more menacing. But it's really just kinda cringe if you ask me. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention, her motive stinketh so bad. Shakespeare would come back from the dead and go, "Oh my, that's bad writing." Her motive is the fact that she got rejected from being a master of Kung Fu because she was too small and weak. But Dreamworks, what about Master Chicken, Mantis, and Flippin' Shifu? Get back to me with Kung Fu Panda 5 when you actually have a story. Am I right, or am I right? Okay, enough ranting about the chameleon. There are other factors that ruin the movie for me as well. The pacing is horrible as it tries to accommodate for the people with short attention spans by going with the common YouTube strategy of throw enough stuff on the screen such as jokes and quicken the pace enough and people will like it because it's action-packed. However, this is the opposite of what people want typically, as a slower, more well-developed story can appease both audiences young and old. While it may be difficult, DreamWorks has already shown their ability to make such a story with all their great films such as Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your Dragon, and Megamind. The first one! Don't even get me started on the second one. However, as opposed to many DreamWorks films, this one feels a bit like a cash grab. Another aspect that hurts the movie is the lack of stakes. The whole movie just feels so unimportant, partially due to what I'm gonna call Thor Love and Thunder syndrome. Now, if you've watched Thor Love and Thunder, you may know what I'm talking about. But for those that haven't, I'll explain. Basically, Thor Love and Thunder had no stakes because everything was just made to be a joke. I mean, we get it. The goats scream, and you think it's funny. You don't have to make that the biggest plot point. Anyways, Kung Fu Panda 4 kind of lacks a serious tone, partially due to the funny scenes taking an abundance of the movie, and the serious, more heartfelt scenes only being allowed a few minutes here and there. And you may be thinking, but isn't the funny factor a major part of Kung Fu Panda? Yes, you are right. But do you think Poe was cracking jokes while he was facing off with the man that committed genocide and made Poe an orphan? No, I don't think he was. These stakes are lacking in this movie, and it showed. On to the character I'm sure everyone has been waiting to hear about. Aquafina. Quite frankly, struggling to remember the character's name right now, which contributes to my point that she is too thrown in rather than being integrated slowly. Let me explain. There's very little emotional connection in the character as most backstory or heartfelt moments are quick and cliche. Oh, an orphan that had to steal to survive? That sounds familiar. Aladdin. And other movies, I'm sure. It is too quick and too basic for any of it to really be impactful for the audience. There's no uniqueness to the backstory. Okay, spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Also, her betraying Poe and then immediately trying to save him is so dumb, dude. If she really cared about him, then why give the chameleon the staff? But there really isn't even enough connection between the two characters to warrant her betraying her motherly figure and master for some random guy she met like a day ago. Just had to get that out. If you want to compete for $100, click here.